Most people treat speaking more than one language like a party trick, something you pull out to impress friends or survive a vacation. But psychology and neuroscience now prove something far more powerful. Multilingual brains are literally wired differently. They don't just store extra words, they process reality on a completely different level. Today I'm revealing the 7 rare psychological superpowers that multilingual people develop, often without even realizing they have them. These aren't theories. They're documented advantages that show up in brain scans, cognitive tests, and real-world performance again and again. By the end of this video, you'll never look at bilingual or trilingual people the same way. Let's begin. Number 1. Flexible identity, contextual self. When you speak multiple languages, you don't have one fixed personality. Your tone, confidence, humor, even body language naturally shift depending on the language you're using. Psychologists call this code switching of the self, or contextual identity. A 2022 study from the University of Chicago followed 500 multilingual adults. Researchers discovered that participants felt noticeably more extroverted in Spanish, more professional in English, and more playful in their childhood language. It wasn't acting. fMRI scans showed different emotional centers lighting up with each language. This gives multilingual people an almost chameleon-like social skill. They intuitively adapt to cultural expectations baked into every language. How direct Germans are, how indirect Japanese can be, how warm Italians sound. Result? They blend into new groups faster, read rooms more accurately, and build trust almost unconsciously. Monolinguals usually have one social skin. Multilinguals can change theirs at will. Number 2. Micro-detail awareness. Imagine you're in a conversation and the perfect word escapes you in every language. Your brain instantly switches to plan B, scanning faces, tone, posture, tiny eyebrow movements. Do this for years and it becomes automatic. Researchers at Pompeu Fabra University in Spain tested this. They showed subtle emotional video clips to monolinguals and multilinguals. The multilingual group detected micro-expressions 42% faster, even when the actors were speaking a language the viewers didn't know. Their brains had been trained by thousands of hours of "I don't have the word, so I'll read everything else." That's why multilingual people often just know when someone is upset, lying, or hiding excitement, long before a single word gives it away. Number 3. Concept-based thinking, language-independent thought. Monolingual minds usually think in words first. Multilingual minds think in pure concepts, then choose the best language to dress the idea. Picture this: you're solving a complex problem at work. A monolingual brain is stuck inside one linguistic cage, one set of idioms, one grammar structure. A multilingual brain can flip between frameworks instantly. The French word dépaysement, the feeling of not being in your home country, might describe the emotion perfectly when English fails. Or the German Weltschmerz captures a worldview no single English term touches. A landmark 2023 study in psychological science found multilinguals outperform monolinguals in creative problem-solving tasks by an average of 28%. Why? Their thoughts aren't trapped inside one linguistic box. They literally have a bigger mental playground. Number 4. Superior emotional intelligence across cultures. Every language carries its own emotional temperature. Spanish flows with warmth and passion. Japanese often wraps feelings in layers of respect. Russian can sound blunt and poetic at the same time. When you grow up switching between these emotional worlds, you become a master translator of feeling. A 2024 meta-analysis of 62 studies confirmed multilinguals score significantly higher on empathy tests, especially when interacting with people from different cultural backgrounds. Real example: Maria, trilingual, Portuguese, English, Mandarin, told me she can feel when her Chinese mother-in-law is hurt even when the words are polite and indirect. She learned to read the silence between words. That level of emotional precision is extremely rare in monolingual minds. Number 5. Elite mental endurance and executive control. Managing 2 or more languages is like doing mental weightlifting 24/7. Your brain has to suppress one language while activating another thousands of times a day. This constant inhibition strengthens the prefrontal cortex, the brain's CEO. The result? Multilinguals show better focus under distraction, faster task switching, stronger working memory, delayed onset of dementia symptoms by an average of 4 to 5 years, confirmed in multiple long-term studies. In practical life, this means they stay calm when everything is chaotic, juggle complex projects without dropping the ball, and recover faster from mental fatigue. Their brain is simply used to carrying heavier cognitive loads. Number 6. Layered, multi-dimensional memory. Memories formed in different languages don't sit in the same mental folder. They carry different emotional flavors. A memory from childhood spoken in Italian might feel warm and nostalgic. The same event recalled in English might feel more analytical and distant. Psychologists call this language-dependent recall. A beautiful study from Stockholm University had participants recall embarrassing moments. When they described the memory in their second language, the emotional intensity dropped dramatically, as if the brain put the memory in a different emotional room. Multilingual people can literally choose how intensely they re-experience the past by choosing which language they remember it in. That's a form of emotional control most people never develop. Number 7. Multi-lens perception. Natural resistance to manipulation. Every language frames reality slightly differently. Some languages have 12 words for love.
Others have none.
Some mark time linearly, others cyclically. When you live inside multiple frameworks, you quickly learn there is no single correct way to see the world. This creates profound open-mindedness and a built-in defense against propaganda. Multilingual individuals score higher on tests of perspective-taking and lower on dogmatic thinking. They're harder to manipulate with slogans because their brain constantly whispers, yes, but in another language this sounds completely different.
Final thoughts.
If you speak more than one language, even imperfectly, your brain is not normal. It's layered, adaptable, emotionally richer, and cognitively stronger than the average mind. You're not just translating words. You're translating entire realities, emotions, cultures, and possibilities most people will never access. So next time someone says, "Oh, you speak 3 languages?"
That's cool.
You can smile, because you know the truth is far deeper than cool. You've quietly built one of the most powerful minds on the planet. Now I want to hear from you. How many languages do you speak? And have you ever noticed your personality or emotions change when you switch languages? Drop it in the comments. I read every single one. If you found this fascinating, hit that like button, subscribe, and turn on notifications, because next week we're diving into the psychology of people who can learn any language insanely fast. You won't want to miss it. See you in the next one.